Hockey and netball rules and regulations. Netball players. All players have areas which they are allowed in. So the goalkeeper and goal shooter are allowed in the circle and this end third. Goal attack and goal defence are allowed in the 2/3 here. Wing attack and wing defence are allowed in 2/3 but not allowed in the circle. And the centres are allowed in all 3/3 but not in the circle. There are 7 players allowed on each team and up to 12 people are allowed on the squad. The positions on court are where they are allowed to go. Wedding rings should be covered or removed and all jewellery should be taken off. Nails must be short and umpires will check this before the start of the game, as you can see in this image here. Hair must be short and umpires will check this. It must be neatly put up if it is long. Hockey players. All goalkeepers must be wearing full protective kit to reduce the risk of injury. All players can go wherever they want to, but they have suggested areas which the team will choose. There are 11 players in the team, but up to 16 can be in the squad. The team must wear the same clothes or bibs to show which team they are on. All jewellery should be removed and the stick should be the correct size and shape. Netball officials. There are 2 umpires, one for each side. One umpire does one half and the other half is done by the other umpire. So one umpire will do from the middle here down and this back line, but will also do this side. The other umpire will do this side here and down, but will also cover this sideline here. Umpires regulate the rules and regulations of the game. They must wear white clothing so players can identify them easily. Hockey officials. There are 2 officials in hockey. They control specific areas, making decisions during the game. They can give cards to players who disagree with the rules. They keep score and time the game as well. They are not allowed to coach when umpiring. Netball spectators. Netball spectators may only sit in areas which are set out specifically for them, usually sitting nearest to their team. They stay this end for the whole game. They are not allowed on court at any time. If they arrive late, they should wait until half-time, quarter-time or three-quarter time to come in. Hockey spectators. Hockey spectators are not allowed on the pitch at any point. They sit on the bench closest to their team which they support. They should not sit or stand anywhere which is on court or too near the court. Facilities. Netball facilities. The court should be 30.5 metres in length and should be 15.25 metres in width. The centre circle should be 3 foot, which is also 0.9 metres. The posts should be 0.59 inches around the rim and they should have a height of 2.5 metres. Hockey facilities. The pitch for hockey should be 91.4 metres long and should be 55 metres wide. The goal should be 3.6 metres wide. Netball equipment. Firstly, the netball should be a size 5 in most cases, depending on age group and ability. The posts should be 2.5 metres high and the net should be 0.959 inches. There should be bibs for positions so that umpires can clearly see where players are allowed to go. All players should be wearing trainers. There are specific netball ones, but these do not have to be worn, but they do help. You should have an umpire's whistle for the umpires. There should be a scorecard which either umpires or the subs for each team will take score. There should always be a first aid kit and something to time with, usually a timer or an electronic timing board and scoring board. Hockey equipment. Shin pads are for protection and should be worn to protect the legs. The sticks should be the correct size and should have a flat edge and a curved edge on the other side. The goal should be 3.6 metres and the ball should be 8.8 inches. Scoreboards and timing are also needed. Bibs should be worn so that you can clearly identify the players for each team, and the goalkeeper should wear protective clothing. This includes a helmet, hand pads, leg pads and feet pads. The netball surface. The netball court should be 30.5 metres by 15.25 metres. The D should be 4.9 metres and the centre circle should be 0.9 metres. There should be a non-slip surface and should have a distance around the edge of 3.05 metres, allowing runoff if a player was to go for an interception and run off the court too far. There should also be no obstructions around the court, so if there's benches, for example, these should be removed. Hockey pitch surface. Ideally, you would play on Astro, but if Astro is not available, depending on the level of play, grass can be used. There should be no rips or bumps in the Astro or any other terrain playing on. The length of the pitch is 91.4 metres in length and 55 metres width. The circle should be 14.63, so the shooting circle is 14.63 metres. Scoring in netball. An umpire or a sub, one from each team, scores. The score should be checked at quarter, half and three-quarter time. They are kept by taking the numbers, so you'd write 1, then cross it out and then take the next number. On each scorecard you would have an odd and an even. This shows whose centre pass it is first. You carry the score down to the next one at each quarter, so this is the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter and fourth quarter. Scoring in hockey. Umpires keep score. This is taken alongside timing the game. The goal counts as one goal from wherever it is taken in the shooting circle. Dependent on the level of play, a scoreboard may be used. So depending if it's a higher level of play, this type of scoreboard would be used. If not, then an umpire would just take it on a scorecard. Health and safety in netball. Health and safety is kept in the game by an umpire. The netball is a non-contact and this reduces the risk. However, umpires can implement where varying if it is unsafe play, if need be. Before the game, a warm-up is completed to reduce the risk of injury, and after, a cool-down should also be completed. The court is checked before to make sure it is safe and around the court. Shoes must be trainers and nails must be short. So the umpire before the game will check that the nails are short and cannot be seen from the back side of the hand, and the trainers must be lace-ups that are tight to the foot. Hockey health and safety. The umpires officiate and can give out cards to people who are being unsafe and not abiding by the rules. The rules should be followed and this will reduce the risk of injury. Also, warm-up and cool-down should be completed. The pitch should be checked before to make sure it is safe. Child protection in netball. To be able to take a session or a group of children, you must be CRB, which is newly called the DBS, checked for safety of the young children that you are working with. You must also be a level 3 coach to be able to teach the group on your own. However, if you're working alongside someone, you don't need to be a level 3, as long as the person you're working with is. Hockey child protection. Again, if you're working with any group of young or disabled children, for an example, you would need a CRB or a DBS check, and you must be a level qualified coach to be able to teach them on your own. However, you can teach with other people at the same time if they have the qualifications.